I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here. But then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
Most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Hey, y'all remember Bo Bergdahl, right? You know that wonderful soldier that we can't leave behind that the Obama administration traded a few terrorists for to get him back. Well, he is back, definitely, and he's in the news. Bo Bergdahl was found during a California pot raid and released by officials. So it is good to see that Bo Bergdahl is back being a contributing member of society. You know, some people are going to listen to this and think, what, Rod, are you crazy? I'm being facetious. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I'm being sarcastic and funny. I was told by someone that I shouldn't use such big words because overly educated people use big words. There was a video, and I did because obviously I can't. I don't play a video here on the radio show because you can't see video and radio. There was a video that is somewhat viral, and I think it also made the news. Where is it? Chicago or Detroit? Someplace inner city where these. They were black. They were all black. These boys were beating up another boy because the boy that they were beating up made the honor roll in school. So God forbid if you actually take your education seriously, and God forbid that you actually learn something, and God forbid you actually sound like you learned something, and just use your education without trying to sound highbrow or like you're smarter than everybody else. So if I use big words, it's not something that I'm using to make other people feel stupid. It's just I use them because I know what they mean. The words mean, and they just come naturally to me. And I used to learn different. I remember when I was a freshman in high school, and I think I was watching Magnum P. I'll never forget because listen, folks. I'm sorry. Welcome back. This is welcome, my fellow Americans. And all my fellow freedom lovers across the globe, welcome to the Rod Eccles Show. I am your lovable host, L. Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still, live free or die. It is not big government or bust. It is now Friday for the next few hours here Eastern Time, July the 24th in the year of our Lord, 2015. And I do want to say happy birthday to a friend of mine who happens to live out in Pennsylvania. Ed, happy 40th, Ed. 40th birthday. Well, now welcome to the other side of life. Now is the time for the male midlife crisis. I think is around. It's still around 40, right? Or yeah, I think. Or what is it? Used to be 35. I don't know. Yeah, 40. Yeah, 40. I guess. I missed it. I didn't have a midlife crisis. But anyway, it's Friday, July the 24th in the year of our Lord 2015. And that means this is Free for All Friday, which means just about anything under the sun, any subject that catches your fancy or catches my fancy is good for the show. Call in live right now, toll free at 603-835-3224 if you have something that you wish to talk about or contribute to the program. Now, back to the story of this. Magnum PI. I think I was a freshman. I know. I was a freshman in high school watching Magnum PI because my mother loved. She loved her some Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck was, I always thought Tom Selleck had an unmasculine, squeaky male voice. He still does, by the way. But women just fell over him, because he was tall. He had that thick, big mustache. I think I've seen Tom Selleck without the mustache maybe once. He didn't look as good, but anyway, he had the mustache. He was young back then, strapping, tall. What is he, like 6'5" or something? He's a real tall guy. But my mother, along with a lot of her female friends, they loved Tom Selleck. He was just a hunk. He was one of the top. I think at the time he was like the top paid male actor on TV at the time. Him in The Hoff, David, from Knight Rider, another tall guy. The Hoff was a model, I think, too, wasn't he? He's also like 6'4" or whatever. But anyway, this is before Baywatch. So I was a freshman in high school. It was like 1980, and it was Tom Selleck. And we're watching Magnum PI, and the butler, or the house manager, whatever he was, he used the word tedious. Now, at that particular point, I didn't know what the word meant, so I looked at my mom and I said, "What does that mean?" And my mom, in good old-fashioned mom speak, she said, "We have a dictionary, look it up." And I said, "But I don't even know how to spell it." And folks, you got to understand, I'm a terrible speller. I said, "But I don't even know how to spell it." And my mom looked at me and said, "Figure it out." So I went and grabbed the dictionary. This is obviously before computers, PCs and all that kind of stuff, and checking everything out on Google. So I tried spelling it out. It took me 15 minutes to figure out how to spell tedious. Just flipping through the pages. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here it is. And I found the definition. And, because I did that, I remembered that word and what it meant. And then about 2 weeks later, in English class with my English teacher, for the first time, I had cause to try out the word and use the word. And my English teacher stopped what she was doing, looked at me and smiled. And she said, "I know sometimes things that we do here are a little bit tedious, but we still have to do them in order to learn." And then she said, "Proper use and diction of that word, you did well." And that was, Mrs. Crossman was hard to please. She should have been a college professor, not a high school freshman English teacher. That woman was nearly impossible to please. And she gave me a compliment for properly using the word tedious in proper context at the right time. And ever since then, I was learning new words, at least one a week. So I have a fairly decent, it's not huge, but I do have a fairly decent vocabulary. Because I took it on myself just to learn some words. And so now a lot of those words have become ingrained in my everyday vocabulary. And it's just the way I talk. I don't think about it. It's any more than anybody else thinks about the words that they use. I don't run around thinking, let me